Tigers! Our book today is called Cloudette. This is written and illustrated by Tom Lichtenhelf, and this is read with permission from Scholastic. In this story today, I want you guys to be thinking about the author's message. What is the author trying to teach us? Cloudette. Cloudette was a cloud, a very small cloud. Usually, Cloudette didn't mind being smaller than the average cloud. Here's Cloudette. Here's the average cloud. In fact, being small had lots of advantages. Everyone called her cute little names. So here's Cloudette. Hi, Pipsqueak. Hey, Shortcake. Morning, Small Fry. They're all calling her cute little nicknames. She had lots of little friends. There's a kite. Hey, what's up? Us. Tee-hee, that's Nutty. Squirrel, a bird. No matter how crowded it was, she could always find a good spot to watch fireworks. She could sneak through tight spaces, hide in small places, and she even had a special little space that always made her feel cozy at night. But once in a while, all the other clouds would run off to do something big and important. The clouds have speech bubbles, and they all say something different. Come on, Cloudette, join our cold front. We're going to make a huge storm. Yeah, we're going to water some crops and make some mighty rivers flow. And little tiny Cloudette right here says, no thanks, I'll just watch from here. So she thinks because she's small that she can't help and she can't do big things. That's what she thinks because of how small she is. Cloudette could see them in the distance doing all sorts of important cloud things. This made her want to do big and important things too. So she thinks because she's little, she can't do the big things like everybody else. She wanted to make a garden grow. She wanted to make a brook babble. She wanted to make a waterfall fall. And she wanted to nothing more. And she thought nothing would be more fun than giving some kids a day off from school. She wants to be a snow cloud. She thinks that she's too little to do any of these things. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever feel like you're too small to make something big happen? One night, Cloudette lay awake wondering what she could do that was big and important. She thought maybe she could work for a fire department. Maybe she thought she could put out fires with water. Sorry, we just got a brand new pumper truck. Or maybe they needed some help down at the garden center. Sorry, these plants take tons of water. She can't help there either. But nobody seemed to need her. Down at the car wash, it said, sorry, it's all done by machines. Cloudette was feeling blue. The next day, there was a big storm in Claudette's neighborhood. The sky got dark, the rain came down like cats and dogs, and the wind blew harder than she'd ever seen wind blow before. When the storm finally stopped, Cloudette realized she'd been blown far from her neighborhood. She didn't know anyone here. Now she's in the neighborhood, but there's this little tiny log cabin. And they didn't seem eager to get to know her. Little puffs of clouds coming out of the smokestack. She says, hello, hi, howdy, how you doing? And they're all ignoring her. But pretty soon she was making new friends and seeing new things she'd never seen before. One of the clouds says, welcome to our neck of the woods, Small Fry. And then a bird says, what a little cumulus. Another cloud says, have you seen our new pal? And then the bear says, barely. Get it? Barely. And she's little, so you barely can see her. Then she heard something she'd never heard before. This says, ribbit. She looked down at what was supposed to be a pond, but really it was just a puddle of mud. What's happened to your pond, Froggy? It dried up, and now it's more like a puddle than a pond. This gave Cloudette an idea. More like a brainstorm, really. She held her breath until she started to puff up all over. Then she turned a nice blue-gray color. She kept growing until it looked like she was ready to burst. Then she shook her behind until it made a little rumbling sound. Not quite what you'd call thunder, but enough to let people know that they might want to get an umbrella. Then she did what she'd wanted to do for ages. And she always thought she was too small to do anything. Oh, look! She let it pour! Oh, she's been wanting to do this for ages. She's not too small, is she? She can do the same thing everybody else can do. Cloudette rained on that little puddle until it grew into a big puddle, and then she kept raining until that big puddle grew into a perfect pond. As soon as she stopped, frogs of every stripe and spot came jumping to the pond. Even though she's little, she still got to do something big. They all let a really big thank you in unison. Ribbit! Cloudette was exhausted, but happy. So even though she was small, she could do big things. You guys ever felt like that, where you think, oh, I can do big things too, even though I'm small? Even the higher-ups were impressed, which got her thinking. And the clouds are saying, nice work, Cloudy. Yeah, way to water. Prodigious precipitation, Pipsqueak. That was some righteous rain. We knew you had it in you. I'll bet there are other things that are big and important that a little cloud can do. And off she went. So now she feels pretty good about herself. She thinks she can do big things too. Oh, she's making like a little waterfall. The end. So in this story, Cloudette thought she was too small to really make a big change, to really do anything big. But it turns out that it doesn't matter that she was small. She still could do big things. So what do you think the author wants you to learn from this text? What's the lesson? I think the author wants you to learn that even if you're little, like you guys are little kids, you can still do big things. Your size doesn't matter. You can still do big things. I'll see you guys next time.